What's going on, everybody? JD here for another episode of JD Plays Project Ozone 2 Reloaded, Remastered, Rethought, Remixed Minecraft. Anyways, how's it going? Hopefully you've been liking, sharing, and subscribing. If not, do so for me. Today we're going to do some more new fun stuff. I've got the to-do list kind of updated, although I didn't save the actual update. Or did I? Yeah, I did. So we've got some stuff to do. Last time we got this lovely mob farm started. We're going to take a look at that mob farm right now, at what I changed about it, and why it's going to be so much more effective than it was before. And then we're going to get started on tackling these things as my lovely, lovely assistant and wife delivers me some amazing and delicious food because she wants to be all over YouTube today. Thank you, wife. Love you. All right, so check it out. I have made this mob farm a 4-point cross. Each side has a bit of fan power to push mobs off. And inside, each chamber has roughly 10 cursed earth that is allowing mobs to spawn at any time. And then the fans push them off the edge and into the hole. I'll open that in a minute, don't worry about it. I'm not going to eat it while I'm in the middle of recording anyways. Thank you. So as the mobs fall in the hole, obviously they die, and I've got it where the fans push them just far enough to knock them off of that edge. And so as you can see, they're dying very fast, and that allows more mobs to spawn. And it works day and night, night and day, and it's beautiful. And down here, the hopper is just eating everything up, sticking in here. Look at all these bows. Now we're running into the problem I was talking about earlier. We don't have a spot to put all these bows. We don't have a spot to put all this armor. It's going to fill up our ender chest very rapidly. So things that we don't have positions for, we need to reconsider, should they be in there? And if so, how do we want to handle them? So that's definitely going to be an issue for me. With that said, let's head back down. This food smells so good, guys. She should not have brought me dinner in the middle of recording an episode, because now I'm very hungry. All right, we still haven't put a window up here, so we're good. Now, look at the XP obelisk. It is flying with XP. Just to show you what I mean, let's take all the XP out. Look at this. This is how fast things are dying. We'll come back and check on that in a minute. I'm holding 57 levels of experience, on me right now. Okay, so I am going to need to probably make several more of these filing cabinets to be able to hold all this junk armor and stuff that I'm getting in, or come up with an advanced routing system to just get rid of it all, right? Now, what would probably be the intelligent idea is I'm not really getting that many gold helmets, but I'm getting a lot of bows, right? So let's put bows in here. I don't want ore. No, go away. Go away, ore. Go, no. Oh, this is terrible. Now it's just sticking everything in there. Don't worry, we'll clean it all up in a minute. All right, there we go. Now let's put left click. Do I want to left click? What direction am I facing? I'm facing south. Sorry, I had to sneeze. South is disabled. Let's insert with the south. All right, there we go. So now all the bows are going in there. That'll at least clean this up a little bit because we were getting a lot of bows really rapidly in there. Okay. Now all this other stuff, what am I going to do with all this other stuff? Carrots and potatoes and things of that nature. Well, some of these things I can just go ahead and give them a spot on the wall, right? It's not that big a deal. So like carrots, will we get a lot of carrots? We probably won't get a lot of carrots, but let's put carrots here. Certus quartz dust. This should technically already have a spot on the wall. It does. It's right there. All right, what's this? Osmium. These things have spots. These dark tree saplings. They don't really need a spot on the wall, honestly. They're kind of a one-off at how they got in that box to begin with. We'll bring them in. I think we've got a spot over here for them already. Anyways, we'll just stick them in there. Okay, ores. We've got some of this redstone ore. I actually want to hold on to this ore. I have intentions for it. So for now, let's. I don't know that I necessarily want it on the wall, but I'll stick it there anyways. What is this? Silver ore. No, this needs to be processed. So let's stick this in the good old pulverizer here and let it go to town on that. Potatoes. Now I've got a spot for potatoes right here, but I don't on this wall. And these things are not connected right now. So it's probably worthwhile to, I don't know, maybe I could just set up another ender chest over here, right? That interacts with this network as well. That's probably what I should do. Where are all my ender chests? I think they're over here. Let's do that. Then we don't need carrots on this wall, right? We can take carrots back off. So that seems like a better idea. Let's throw these in here. Now, this ferrous ore and stuff like that, that just simply needs to be processed. That's all that comes down to. Wait. Am I out of ender chests? Or are they in my thing here? Ender chest. There we go. Okay, so we got one of those. Let's scoop that up right quick. Run this bad mamma jamma back over here. And we can just set this one up to pull directly into that, right? And that will get rid of any kind of plant material that we've already got on this wall, and that's a good thing. We want that. Do I have some conduit? I don't have any item conduit. I have begun storing item conduit and things over here. They have a specific spot on the wall. That way I can toss them into an ender pouch and just send it back into the network whenever I pick it up and don't need it on me going forward. All right, let's set this up. There we go. And turn that one around and extract. There we go. So now carrots and potatoes and nether wart and things like that that are hooked up into this network should, keyword is should be able to dump what they need to over there for us. And I've got a couple of extra chests here. How many of those do I have? Do I have 2? I do. Beautiful. So in the same vein that we just processed all of this silver ore, let's process all of this ferrous. Okay, or salt. You know, I'll crush some salt right quick. Why not? Salt's good for the body, good for the soul, right? Thermal expansion has some very fantastic machines in it. And there are several that we don't have. And that we definitely want them. So that is also something we're going to be looking into very soon. In fact, in this episode, we're going to be making some more of those machines, hopefully. At least that is my intention. What did I do with my key now? I've lost my key again. Is my key back over here? Oop. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I did not prepare well, boys and girls. When you're going to do a Minecraft episode, prepare well. Alright, so I want to drop this guy here and lock him. No, not that. Lock. Yes. And same thing, connect these guys and lock it. Alright, there. So now that's connected where it can get rid of nether wart and things of that nature, and that's good. Okay, dirt. Dirt should not be in this box. Dirt should be going into those boxes. I know why dirt's not going in those boxes. Do I have an upgrade slot on me? No, I don't, but let's make one. Let's get an upgrade slot. So right up over here in this chest, I've got some diamond upgrades. Let's grab one because my dirt box is full. It won't hold any more dirt, even though I've got 3 slots on it. Bam, now it holds more dirt. Look, here comes the dirt. Well, actually, the dirt's coming from the back right now, but that's okay. It'll pull this dirt out of here eventually. All right, I actually had upgrades sitting right here too. Cool. So we got several things in here. We're going to need to do some cabinets for that, but overall, I think we're good now. I'm going to be... Oh, I know why that stuff's not pulling out of there. Pull these out. That's why. Okay, so these nether warts have already been identified via Pam's Harvest Craft. Those have not. We're going to set these up here and just have a separate area for ones that have been identified versus ones that have not. Let's unlock this for just a second and let's shift left click and relock it. I want to get those off. Same thing, unlock this, shift, whoa, I did not want that to happen. I guess I'm not too upset, but, well, here's what we can do. Let's just do this. So there's an easy way if I want to work on this that I can without it being too disruptive to the flow of items. I can just take the interface right there out and then unlock this and then just take out what got put in and then relock it. Now I'll put my interface back on and it can go right back to work like nothing had ever changed. Okay. Okay. So a lot of organization stuff going on that needs to be done. That's fine. I'll get all that happening in the future. For now, let's just stick stuff back inside of here that we don't need on us. If it's got a spot to go, it'll go. If it doesn't, it'll hang out. You know, we'll leave it at that. All this stuff can just go in here and chill for now. And yes, I realize that that does also... Whoa, where did those blue logs go? Did I have a spot for blue logs, really? I am confused. Okay, anyways, as I said at the beginning of, I think it was last episode, in the quest, we completed a couple, right? And I told you guys that when you complete quests, that there's gonna, the rewards are known. And I was like, wow, that's kind of skibby. That's known. So right here, we've got one right here. This is for a golden spike. So I'm gonna go over here to this quest tracker, and this is in what? Where am I at? I'm in Gamma. So let's go to Gamma. And there should be a golden spike in here, right here, gold spikes. So all three of these are going to be greater. It doesn't matter which one I choose. I'm going to get a greater loot reward for this. So says the spreadsheet. Let's test this. Oops. Get off my screen. All right, so right here, we got a chest. This should produce a greater reward. Boop. It's common. It lied. And it was a potato gun. I hate potato guns. They're not potato guns, portal guns. I hate these things. I absolutely hate iChun's mods. I forget to disable them every time, and I absolutely hate the portal gun. It's in, so I'm going to keep it, but I really do not like these things. I feel they're very, super, extremely cheaty, but whatever. It's here. We've got it. It's whatever. So yay, we got a portal gun. That's cool. But apparently the spreadsheet lied to me. It said greater, greater, greater on Gamma for that. Let's test it again. That was for gold. So for diamond, it says that all rewards for diamond should be epic, epic, epic. So let's take this one. Claim it. Done. Let's open it. Is it epic? Let's find out next time. It's common, but it gives me incendiary grenades. Those are interesting. I don't know what they do, but interesting nonetheless. A tier 1 explosive. Okay. All right. We're going to quit messing around with that kind of stuff for a little bit now. If you remember, I told you guys that making the, what's it called? What are these things right here that I'm got right behind me called? Filing cabinets was pretty straightforward, right? We just need some chests. We're going to make a few of these just to hopefully kind of reduce the overall amount of annoyance I'm going to have with how many items are going into that. So we're going to make these right quick. 3 of them. Okay. All right. And I'm just going to stack these guys up right here for the time being. Not going to do anything fancy with them. I'll really try to handle them better down the road. But let's look at what we're gaining the most of right now. I see 3 gold chests, I see 3 golden helms, and I see 3 golden pairs of pants. So it looks like gold armor needs to really kind of have a place to go and be put. So we'll stick these and these in here. And we'll stick these in here, right? And that should take care of any golden armor that comes flowing in going forward. We need some item conduits for that. And we'll actually appropriately integrate those into our system. I did not mean to click that. Later. I'm going to have to get rid of that portal gun. But now, no more golden armor should appear in here unless it's golden booties. And we'll go ahead and we'll even clean those up. Why not? It's not hard to get a few more boxes, right? So, bam. There we go. All right. I'll just set these to the side here and here. And we have 1 extra box now that we could apply things to. Golden boots in 1. Let's do probably leather helms. Look like they're going to be the big winner for right now for the final spot. But put those back. Yeah, we'll do leather helms in the other one for right now. So leather helms. So we're going to need 2 more item conduit. Bam, bam. Hook those bad mamma jammas up. Disable that one because we don't want it pulling from that. There. And there. All right. So that... There we go. That's a great place for you where I don't ever touch you again. All right, so that should keep some stuff at least cut down inside of here. Now, the fact that we can also get osmium and glowstone and lapis and all these other helmets makes an armor division system not anywhere near as easy as it used to be when I used to do this. Used to, I would set those up and create a recycling system off of them. I don't know if I'm going to go through that much of a headache this time with that. I'll have to put some thought into that one before I decide. All right, all the rest of this stuff. Now, the hearts, these little hearts right here, these are not the same as these. These are pretty valuable to me, honestly. So I am okay with these guys having a spot on the wall. And I think the other containers I already have. We just need to break them down, right? Bam. We can store those. No big deal. The carrots. These carrots have a spot on the wall over here already. Right? We can just pop them in right here. Boom. Carrots done. Let's look at what else we've got. Some gold ore. All right. That just needs to be smashed. Right here. Smash. Goodbye. Sulfur ore. Same thing. We'll just smash it in here real quick and get rid of it. Hey, look. We got some cinnabar. That's good stuff. We definitely want a spot for that. We're going to use a lot of this down the road. We'll put that there for now, actually. And then drop that in there. Okay. Now, what else am I holding on me? We got some meats and stuff. I've been putting these meats over here. I don't really want to. I'm probably going to move them over to the other wall. This rabbit, I am going to put over here on the other wall. We have this activated sigil. We've got the dirt. And then these are more like... This stuff's never really going to go on the wall. So the fact that we have this on us, that's okay. This is actually the correct place that I want to keep stuff like that. Okay. So let's put all that stuff away in there. That's good. We probably need to put, oh, this is a second enchanting table. So I can do whatever I want with this. My good enchanting table is up top. I may end up moving that enchanting table down here so that it can better interact with the handy dandy experience obelisk right there. We'll just set this here for now. Why not? I'll move it later because I can do that because I'm me. Okay, let's put this away. And all right, we've cleaned some stuff up. Now, I want to start at the bottom of the list. The very, very first thing that I want to make is a brewing stand. Now, if you've never used a brewing stand, it is for making potions in Minecraft. And there are definitely some potions and things that we are going to want to be making. And to make a brewing stand, it's pretty straightforward unless they've changed it. It used to be like this. Or is it 2 down? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've done this game. Brewing stand right here. Oh, it's cobble. Okay, cool. Even easier. I don't have to use my good stuff. Let's grab some cobble. And for brewing, eventually you may want to make a few different brewing stands just to kind of make it where you can work a little faster. But there we go. There's just a brewing stand. And so... with brewing, we're going to want to have access to water. I don't really have any access, from where I'm sitting right this moment. We've got a few different spots up top that we could have access, but we're also going to want some vials, right? These little glass bottles. So let's grab like 3 of them real quick. We're going to run up top, and we'll brew ourselves. What's an easy one to make? What about like weakness? Is weakness easy? Yeah, potion of weakness. We just need a water bottle and a fermented spider eye. Okay, we can do that. Let's do that right quick. That is if I have a mushroom. I may not have a mushroom. I need to start growing mushrooms actually. So right over here, we've got an infinite water block. We'll just fill our waters up from there. And you know what? We'll actually put our brewing stand right here for now. Just for funsies. It can sit right under this guy. So if we take this and put it in here, and then let's go find a spider's eye and ferment it if we can. I know I've got at least red mushrooms, but I don't know if I've found any brown ones yet. So there's a mushroom and some sugar. I know I've got sugar somewhere. It may be over on this other wall. Spider's eye. Where's spider's eye? Right there. Spider's eye. Do I have sugar? Yeah, right there, sugar. All right, let's see if a red mushroom works or if it has to be the brown ones. Looks like it has to be brown. Okay. So go back in the recipe real quick. Right here. How can we get this? Well, we can grow brown mushroom spores on mycelium. Will produce that. I don't know if I have brown mushroom spores. I know I have these. What are these used for? Ancient spores. We convert them? Nope. Okay. Put these back. I know I've got mycelium. And I do know I've grown mushrooms in the past. I know it has to be done in a dark room. And I'm pretty sure we can use witch's brew or something to make it. So we'll look at making that later. But for now, just a very simple potion. What would be the easiest one to make? Potion of healing. Glistening melon. Do I really want to make one of those to make a potion? I could make awkward thick. Yeah. So really all you're going to do, we'll just do this one. I've got a bunch of these. Why not? Boop. Run back up top. And I'm bringing this forward because we're going to be using potion making very soon. So if we toss this nether wart in there, it's going to start to bubble. Progress meter is going to start to fill up. And we could do multiples at a time, by the way. We're just going to wait that out. I'm going to turn off my camera for just a minute. And there you go. 3 awkward condensed potions. So we can use these for making potions of swiftness with sugar, potions of fire resistance with magma creams, night vision, water breathing, if we had a fermented spider eye, weakness. I've got to figure out how we're going to go about getting brown mushrooms. I have a... Let me check something real quick. In Agricraft, brown spores come from a crossbreed of potatoes and netherwort over mycelium. So we could create some. I don't want to right this minute, but we will down the road. That's how we'll end up doing it. But that's one of the ways we'll do it. Anyways, with that said, we've got a brewing stand done. We'll come back to that later. Another one that I really want to go after, and I'm definitely going out of order here, is I want to get a rancher made. Okay, this comes from Mind Factory Reloaded, and we're going to need a Z-Logic controller. So we're going to need some silicon, some solarium, a zombie head, and some redstone real quick. So let's get that stuff. So 1, 2. Let's go ahead and make a couple of these. I don't think I have any of these made, but let me make sure I don't before I go off half-cocked. I do. I have one. Awesome. All right. So this is not in a QED, is it? Nope. Okay, cool. So we're going to need a couple of sets of shears. These to the sides here. Okay. The chassis, which I've got. Okay. Then we're going to need some electrical steel, fluid conduit, and plastic sheets. All right. Conduit, I think I have on me in here. I don't know why I started typing that like that right there. Conduit. There we go. We'll need one of those. Plastic sheets. Plastic sheets. I don't know what I've done with all of my plastic sheets. I know I have some. Or at least I had some. But I know I've got raw plastic right here. So I can take that and I believe make plastic sheets. There we go. All right, so we'll stretch those across. And then we needed some electrical steel. And I think that's right down... Where's all those others? Right down here. 1, 2. All right, and that should give me a rancher. Bam. Now, why do I want a rancher? Well, ranchers are very nice when you have animals like these. These guys right here like to produce liquefied emeralds. I like emeralds. In fact, I would like to have bunches and bunches and bunches of emeralds. And so if I have a machine that could steadily milk those guys for me, right, it would be really nice because I could just collect all my emeralds all the doodah day. That's exactly what a rancher does for us. Or at least used to. As far as I'm aware, it still does, but at least it used to. All right, so this thing's getting powered. Look, it begins to milk them. It is milking the cows. Now, does it milk them all? Yes, it will milk everything inside of this pen. It has just milked 8 cows for me. And so as long as this thing is running, it will continue to milk the cows. So what would probably be intelligent for me is to set up a couple of ender tanks or to take out this system that I have set up over here because it's kind of not needed anymore, right? Watch this. Take this off. Break this off. This guy's full and ready to go again with emeralds. So let's take our ender fluid conduit right here. Let's put our this on top of this. Set this up right here. Extract. Insert. Nope, not extract. Insert. And there we go. We're now making emeralds, and it's automated. All I need is an ender chest to drop them into, and maybe like a what do you call it? Hopper. So there's an ender chest. I don't even really have to use a hopper. I could use item conduit, but you know, hoppers are cheap. If I've got one, why not? We'll pull that out. Put this right here. And there we go. We have just automated emerald production. As long as this thing has power to put into this thing, it's just going to keep milking these guys and making me emeralds. Well, that's kind of a big deal, right? Because emeralds allow me to do a lot of different upgrades that I want to do right now. And we'll check back on this later, but I'm currently at I'm at 98 emeralds right now. We'll see by the end of the episode where I'm at, which isn't very far off, but it's automated emerald crafting. I'm happy with that. I do also need to get that going because I want to start getting more ender pearls growing up top on my little farm plots. And for that, we need to be able to make more magic wood to make more of the farm positions for them. So that's where the emeralds are going to come into play pretty heavily. So there we go. We got ourselves a rancher. That's going to be super useful. Now, the next thing I want to make is I want to get some more stuff done from thermal expansion. I'm going to need another energetic alloy, which is going to take me an iron gear. And I can get an iron gear a couple of different ways. We're going to use the metal press. I've moved it back over and got it set back up. So might as well make use of it. Toss those in there. Ingot should come out right over here on, or the gear should come out right over here on the other side. I'm still perfecting how I want to have this system set up, but it works. It throws the gear off. Gear goes in here. If I load that up with a bunch of ingots, though, it's not placing them on the conveyor belt correctly. So I need to play with that a bit. And I've got some thoughts and some ideas about how I can correct that. We'll see how that goes here in the near future. All right, so the other things that I'm going to need for that are going to be 4 energetic alloy. Oh, I never did turn my camera back on. I'm sorry. There we go. All right, and we're just going to drop this off over here. Oh, we need some Invar and some glass, don't we? Invar, 1, 2, 3, 4, and glass. So we're going to set this dude up with a chassis, some Invar, a gear. I don't think that works. Yeah, we got to use we have to have vanilla glass. I wish the Ore Dictionary would correct that. But, you know, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. There we go. All right, make this. What? How? What am I missing? Oh, 4 glass. That's what I'm dumb. Don't worry, guys, I'm just dumb. All right, toss, go away. Is that in there? There we go. All right, make that up for me real quick. Now, all laser beams are coming on and slowly going active. They're like, yo, we're kicking on. We're getting ready to go. Looks like this guy at the far right is not going to kick on. We may need to move him to the center. But this is going to fill up pretty quickly now. We have enough beams that it doesn't take us long to make one of these guys. So let's look at what we're going to be making from thermal. So there are a few machines left that I really want, and they're going to really help us going forward. And actually, we're going to need to do this whole thing again now that I think about it. I need to go get the stuff for that one more time. We want to make an induction smelter. We want to make a magma crucible, a cyclic assembler, and a fluid transposer. Those are the machines that I would like to have right now from thermal expansion. And then we do also need to start looking into potentially upgrading some of these machines. So for example, let's say we took this basic machine frame and instead we wanted to upgrade it. We could upgrade it to a hardened machine frame by 4 bronze ingots, a ferrous gear, and a vibrant alloy gear. A vibrant alloy gear is just like this energetic alloy gear, only you actually upgrade the energetic alloy gear to vibrant. So let's do one of those. Oh, I don't have enough vibrant alloy. I can't. I'll have to make some vibrant alloy later and get that done. That's fine. All right, so let's grab one of these. Let's do this shortcut here. There we go. And then we needed some Invar, right? And some glass. I got a lot of glass on accident. That's okay. It's okay, Pepecito. I don't mind. Run back across. Run. There we go. All right, let's throw these in, this in, this in. Let's make another one of those. Okay, we'll come back and get that one in a minute after we get everything else done. So let's go start getting to work on these things. It's a great thing having all these extra cabinets to build out of, isn't it? Right here, this will do. All right, so we'll drop these in here. So first thing I want to make is the induction smelter. For an induction smelter, we need Invar gears, redstone, and a bucket. No problem. So let's grab a bunch of Invar here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 gear. 2 gears. This. I think we're gonna need some gold and a bit of redstone. That should get everything for that one made. So here's what I was talking about a minute ago. I know I need 2 gears, so let's throw those out like that, right? But look, then it messes up. It's only going to get one of the 2 gears made. The others just kind of straight up got, tossed off the edge there. So I don't know if I need to maybe expand the conveyor belt a little farther to keep that from happening or what I need to do, but it's kind of annoying, just saying. And I'm probably going to need more of those Invar gears, to be honest, but this will at least get us started. Here's a bucket. Enjoy. And then we need to make a reception coil. Oh, this doesn't work anymore. We can't do it like that. Put that back. We're going to need this one. I think it's this one. Ah, not that one. It's that one. Okay, cool. All right, so this will get us our first machine made, and this is the induction smelter, okay? Now, the induction smelter does a lot of great things for us in terms of what it allows us to get out of materials. So now we're going to need some nether brick, a leadstone energy cell, which we've made these before, so just some lead, some glass, and a block of redstone. So let's get the block of redstone. We should have some nether brick right up here. Some lead, which it should be right there. And then some glass. Okay, let's throw all this stuff in here. Nope. Nope. That one. Shift click. There we go. Boom, one of those. Perfect. Okay, I think we're working out of this box. So we'll throw this in here. This to each side. We're going to need the Invar gears. So we need 8 of these. I don't know if maybe I can do like a kind of a pressure plate detection system like what we had up top with Britannia, or what I can do just yet to correct how that currently works. I don't remember how this... There we go. All right, cool. But like I said, I've got a couple of ideas that I want to try on this to get it to work right. I'm still experimenting. We're about to experiment again right now and see if this will work for slowing down how fast this thing spits out ingots. So if I put them on like this and then set up my hopper, there's probably a very well-known good way of doing this. I just don't use this machine too often. See, they're arriving too quickly. But it made both gears, actually. It was actually successful in making the gears. That's a little bit interesting to me. So apparently it will work. I'll have to keep that in mind. All right, cool. Let's throw these guys on here, and then let's make our reception coil. And we're going to need pretty much one of these reception coils for every machine we make, just FYI. So let's separate these, put these there, get these made. There we go. Drop this in. And this is our magma crucible. Now the magma crucible is something that is going to be used to melt other things down. And I mean melting all kinds of things down. We can melt down ender pearls. It is another key component in a lot of the alloys we're going to be making to go forward from this point on in our progression. Okay. So let's get this put in here real quick. So the next two things are the fluid transposer. This works directly with what we just made, the magma crucible, for the melting and moving of liquids around. Okay, so let's make a couple of those. Toss these in here for some gears. Boom. That should get that done. And then drop down here. Grab the gears we need out. Just trying to keep a couple of them on hand at the moment. I think it was a bucket and then a couple of pieces of glass, right? And that will get us our fluid transposer. And the last one that I want to make is this cyclic assembler. And this is one of my favorites. It takes tin gear and copper gears. Okay, so I just need one tin gear because I've already got the coppers made. I thought I had both tin made as well, but apparently I thought wrong. And does it take a bucket as well on top? Oh, it's a chest. Okay, perfect. So there's our chest. Drop that in here to the top. And then let's grab out our gears. So gear, 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 gear. There we go. All right, so these are our new fun toys to play with. And for now, so in case you don't remember the way I've got this wall hooked up, there's power running all throughout this wall. So if I want to just test some machines out, I can throw them up right here. And I do just want to kind of test some machines out for a minute here. So let's start off with the magma crucible. And let's set beside that the fluid transposer. Let's say that I wanted to make Enderium. Okay, let's say I want to get some Enderium gears and I want to get some Enderium going on. For Enderium, I'm going to need Enderium blend. And Enderium blend requires me to have pulverized tin, platinum, and resonant ender. Okay, well, we know we can get resonant ender a few different ways, but one of the ways we might want to go about getting it is through the use of the magma crucible. Now, I will warn you, magma crucibles use a lot of power. This thing's going to melt these things down, and you get 250 resonant ender per ender pearl. So we're going to put this out over here on the orange side, and in this machine, I'm going to set this to accepting on that side, and there we go. We moved the melted liquid from here into our fluid transposer. So let's set this into fill bucket mode. We're going to fill up our buckets. Let's put this in. I'm sorry, empty. There we go. And it just took everything and put it into this bucket. So now I've got me a bucket of resonant ender. Cool. Well, this is where the cyclic assembler could come in very handy to me. So let's set this guy up right here. The cyclic assembler likes to have these nice little patterns that tell it what to make, a schematic. For that, we need some paper and some form of blue dye. We'll use lapis. So lapis, a couple of pieces of paper. Don't need this. Put these in here. Schematic. And then, if I remember correctly, for Enderium, I'm pretty sure that the blend was tin, silver, and platinum. So let's get some of that. Let's get it. There's a platinum. Here are a couple pieces of tin. And let's get a piece of silver from over here. Bam. Now I don't want this stuff to get smelted down. That's not our goal. So we're just going to take this stuff for the time being and let the sag mill crush it real quick. And here's the pieces that we need. So if we come over here now to the cyclic assembler and we take this schematic and click right here. Whoops. Wrong machine. Right here. This one. And stick our schematic. I did it again. Stick our schematic here. And we put this, 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 and this. It says, hey, With this, I can make Enderium. Do you want to save this to the schematic? Yes, I do. Save this. So now I have a schematic that tells me what I need. Well, if the pieces are in here, it will craft it. And if you notice, there's a tank right here. So now that I have this schematic, and if I hold shift, it shows you what it's going to make, by the way. With that in mind, let's go grab another batch of everything real quick, and I'll show you something really cool. So it was 210, one silver, and 1 platinum. Get it all smashed down real quick inside of our sag mill. There we go. So we got platinum, silver, 10. And then we're going to need the ender pearls, right? But before we do that, so that I don't forget, let's disable this one. I do not want the magma crucible to put what it creates from this into the fluid transposer this time. I want to do something different with it. Instead, I want the magma crucible to output that to the top. And what's happening is it's putting it into this resonant ender, into the cyclic assembler. So now, if I were to pipe in the correct powders, bam, it crafted my Enderium without me doing anything. So this liquid tank allows you to very easily to automate the creation of any of these alloys that you want. Now, Enderium blend can't just be, you can't go drop this into any old thing and melt it into an ingot. It can be done inside of your smeltery, and it's probably the best way, or you have to do it inside of the actual induction smelter. But check it out. This is going to give me 2 ingots per. This is going to give me 1. So it's still better to make use of the other machine we made right here, the induction smelter. As soon as I put it on an actual power line and stop being a nub. Boom. So let's get some pyrotheum, because we've got some right here, and we're gonna have 8 of it. So we just made 16 Enderium, and that's one of the most in-game alloys that we can make. So that's awesome. The other alloys in front of it would be lumium. Well, they're not. Signalum is right here. So signalum takes right there. We can make signalum actually in the smeltery itself. All it takes is some silver, some copper, and destabilized redstone. Lumium, it's very odd that I'm not finding their thermal. Right down here is the easier way to do it. Okay, so signalum blend, copper and silver for signalum. For lumium, you want tin and silver with glowstone. And these are kind of your final 3 what do you call them? Alloys from thermal expansion. So we'll pull those out. And I'm sorry, it was doing 2 per use of this. So it really doesn't matter how you cook them. The reason we want the alloy smelter is because it allows us to create a lot of other things like steel, for example. I'm sorry, not the alloy smelter, the induction smelter. Steel can be made in the induction smelter very cheaply, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So we can take steel dust. We can actually take just straight up iron dust and mix it with pulverized charcoal inside of the induction smelter and get back steel ingots. We no longer have to go the route of the coke oven and the blast furnace. That's one of the reasons you want to get to an induction smelter. But with Enderium ingots, we actually unlock the ability to do a lot of crazy stuff, and we're going to get into what that stuff is down the road. We're not quite ready for that yet, but we've got it, and we're making alloys now, and we've opened up some new fun machines that are very helpful with thermal expansion. Now, there are some upgrades for thermal expansion that we haven't touched on yet, and we're going to start looking at these soon, that are going to increase how well we work with these machines overall. And as Drago just pointed out earlier in the episode while I was too busy yakking my head off about 14 minutes ago to be exact, we can have the conveyor at the end of the metal press to drop the gears into a chest and tie that chest into the storage system. I can do that. That's how I had it set up before. So it's not getting the gears at the end that's the problem for me right now. I can easily just put a hopper down here and it will collect them, or I could have this vacuum hopper sitting a little closer, because that part already actually works. Like if I take the ingots, say I'm going to make an iron gear. When this gets down here to the end, it's actually going to be sucked up by this vacuum hopper. The problem right now is, let's say I wanted to make 8 iron gears. They just keep coming. And while they'll sit there and wait their turn and then they'll go, and that's okay, I don't really like them sitting there floating. That's the problem that I have with it, is I would like to find a way to time it out. And I know that I could set it on a time release system via a redstone signal to the hopper. And I may end up doing that down the road. We'll see. But there's probably a much better way that people have figured out how to do this than what I'm doing with it so far that would, for automating this. It's not bad that they sit there. I might want to consider putting a flower down that disables my ring of magnetization around it though. Anywho, with all that said, we've got a lot done. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. The mob farm is super strong. I told you guys we were going to check on a couple of things at the end of the episode. We are now up to 401 emeralds. We had 98 emeralds. We now have 401 because of this rancher. That is something silly. I'll never have to worry about emeralds again. That rancher is overpowered as all get out. And those fluid cows are overpowered as all get out. Over here, we emptied this earlier. I took all the XP out. And in that time, we've gotten 59 more levels of experience. So the mob farm is powerful. The rancher and the emeralds are powerful. Wood is, we're really starting to get all of the things, all of the systems we need, automated to a point where things are very, very strong. And I need to redo my portals right there because they're kind of screwy now, but it's very nice. It's going to really open up what we can do. Our sorting system is powerful. We're going to be able to start looking into an ME sorting system soon. But I do have a bit more farming and other things that I need to get done and figure out what I want to do with the rest of the space in our base. I am more than slightly impressed at the amount of emeralds that we got. The emeralds are just flying right now. That is silly. Because I can get emeralds so fast now, setting all of these up for maximum emerald upgrades is going to be very easy on the shelving system. Anyway, as always, guys, if you liked it, like it. If you'd like to see more, like it. Click that subscribe button. If you want notifications for the next time I put a video up, click the little bell icon. Either way, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing well, or what I'm doing well, not what you're doing well. You can let me know what you're doing well as well, and what you'd like to see me improve on. I'm going to call this episode complete, and I'm going to enjoy what's left of this nice piece of pizza here. You guys have a fantastic evening, and I will see you all next time.